To commemorate the founding of New Orleans in 1718, WYES presents this Tricentennial moment in celebration of our city's past and present.
One of New Orleans' lost landmarks was located on the edge of Uptown, the original main branch of the New Orleans Public Library. Facing Lee Circle, it was built in 1907 through the generosity of philanthropist Andrew Carnegie. He paid for the construction of public libraries nationwide.
Oh, I was so sorry when that building was torn down. I mean, there's so much to weep for, and that's one of the things that I weep for is that building. It was great. There was it was grass outside. You know, it was built up. You had to walk up steps to go in it, and you could sit out on that grass and read too. And we would skip the children's department altogether. We would go upstairs, and there was an enormous reading room with great big windows where you could take books out of the stack and you could come and find a table and sit there and read without ever checking the book out.
Those visits to the library inspired a passion that resulted in her life's work.
We would go back in the stacks, and the stacks had green glass floors. And I would just sit down on the floor and go through book after book, you know. And I remember reading a lot in that library. I read horror stories, English horror tales, which later very much influenced my writing. We checked out a lot of books, and I was often painfully overdue. I'd go in there and I'd give these long excuses about what happened and so forth. And I think I was able to strike some bargains. And every now and then they'd say, "You don't belong up here, you belong in the children's section." So we'd get banished to the children's section for a little while, but then we'd get back upstairs, you know.
The library, considered too small, was demolished in 1959. Today, K&B Plaza occupies the site.
WYES's New Orleans Tricentennial Moments are brought to you by the Miro Foundation and presented in association with the historic New Orleans Collection.